Hail this land of glory, we the Amazonian, special loyalty. We're the soul of Savior who granted us the freedom, and never saw the hero who called the Lord together. Glory to your glory, we rise and not to fall. Here in the nation, growing without the body. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you a nation and joy forevermore. Ambassador, land of freedom, you shall live in God's without need. And your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of His nation. Ambassador, land of freedom, you shall live in God's without need. And your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of His nation.
This is a freestyle coming from your brother. Not just go bring back my brother. Oh, you see us fighting for one nation. But for that we rise again, rising for our nation. Oh, when it's time to banana to ride, nobody can stop it. Oh, when it's time to banana to ride, nobody can stop it. People in a glass house don't trust us. Don't get me wrong, leaders of Cameroon. He who live by sword shall die by the sword. Those sorts of principles no man can defraud. The land with the river flowing with money. Colonizers take our every money. It was enterprise and it was not funny. Losing our people every day because of freedom. Nobody can stop it. Oh, when it's time for banana to ride, nobody can stop it. The land with a river flowing with money. Colonizers take our every money. They don't use them right and it was not funny. We're losing our people every day because of freedom. Freedom, I'm so young. Something Cameroonian. Freedom, freedom, Amazon.
Fellow Amazonians, fellow Southern Cameroonians, once again, good evening on our platform, TAKUMBENG Relief Fund. We are just happy to have you here tonight. My name is Comfort. Thank you, and I'll give over to my fellow TAKUMBENGs to introduce themselves.
My name is Elizabeth Ambe, and welcome to the show. Thank you very much, Sister Comfort.
Thank you, fellow Southern Cameroonians and Amazonians. This is Mom TV once more. We are here, as promised, to do what we do, give you an account of your hard-earned, generous donations to your people on Ground Zero. We just want to say thank you, and please stay tuned, share, invite others to come and listen and to share this moment with the rest of the world. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Without wasting any much time, I would like to proceed. And before we say anything, I would like us to observe a few seconds of silence for our fallen heroes. And after that, I'm going to continue with a short word of prayer. So let's bow down our heads, please, to observe a minute of silence for our fallen heroes. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, Father of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, thank you, Father, for the day of today. Thank you for everything you are doing in our lives. Thank you, Lord, that today happens to be a Memorial Day or Remembrance Day in the United Kingdom for their fallen heroes. And we are alive today, Lord. This is not a coincidence. We join the United Kingdom. We join the United States of America and any country. We join Amazonia to celebrate the lives of our fallen heroes, Lord. We know, O King of Glory, that they did it just out of love and with all of the courage. And Father, we continue to trust in you as we pray that you give us strength, give us wisdom, O Lord, that we'll see our expected end as you promise us. This is my humble prayer in the mighty name of Jesus with thanksgiving. Amen. So I would just like to hand over to Big Sister TAKUMBENG, Professor Liz, to tell us more about TAKUMBENG Relief Fund. Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Sister Kami, and thanks to our viewers. Thank you for being here today. We would like to encourage you to invite people to watch the show. And even if people are unavailable to watch right now, we would like to encourage you afterwards to share the link with other people, as many people as possible, so that they can really have a good understanding of what the TAKUMBENG Relief Group does. Now, we have had 2 shows before, and we have talked about who we are and how we do operate. But it is obvious that the more information you give to people, the better informed they are. And so I'm going to take a bit of time today to kind of go over who we are again and emphasize some of those things that have probably caused a little bit of confusion in the minds of some people. Information is power. So once again, thank you so much for your contributions. We're a group of women who came together and decided that we were going to provide relief to our people who were being killed and murdered by the La République forces after the September 22nd and October 1st incident in the country. And we gave ourselves the name TAKUMBENG Relief, and we were collecting funds. So once in a while, you hear us as TAKUMBENG Relief and also as TAKUMBENG Relief Fund. It's the same thing. We are collecting funds. So just to start off, whether you've given us $250, $1,000, or just $25 or $10 even, we are here to say we are very, very grateful, and that we thank you sincerely for your donations. For your donation has brought relief and hope to families in southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. And because we do value your donations, and because we do not take your donations for granted, we decided right from the very beginning that we are going to spend some time regularly to talk to you about the work that we do and the work that your money is doing. And so we are here again today to explain to you how we work and how your money works. So far, as of today, November 12, 2017, we have assisted a total of 77 families. Approximately 25 of those people are dead comrades that we have assisted in burying, and 42 are wounded. We've spent a total of about $11,000 sorry. And all of this money goes to victims. Every single dime goes to victims. We provide $200 to families of fallen heroes and $100 to the wounded. We know that this is not much. It's kind of symbolic. But from the get-go, our purpose was not just to provide financial help, but to connect hearts to hearts. Now, some of the wounds that our heroes, our citizens have received are so severe. As you can see in most of the pictures that are going around in social media, some of the pictures that were put on our flyers today were mainly pictures of wounded citizens, so that you can focus on that. You will also see some of those pictures on the screen as they're being run under the screen right now. So when wounds are really severe, some of the wounds are infected, and we know that it needs more than $100 to assist. We confer as a team, and we decide if we should provide more assistance. So that's to say to you that there are a few exceptions to our standard protocol of disbursement. Many of our victims are in rural areas, and some do not have phones. We have therefore spent a very small amount of money, in fact less than $100, on foot soldiers, we call them, who are on the ground, who have volunteered to travel to remote areas to assist in our relief efforts. The women in the TAKUMBENG relief team do not use your donations for overhead costs. What do I mean? Our main instrument of our work is the telephone. We place a lot of telephone calls. What I mean is that the women do not use your money to even buy credit for their telephones. Many of them have decided that this is their own financial contribution to the struggle, in addition to their time, emotional, and other resources that they provide to this work, to this humanitarian work that they have committed to. The work is very intense. It's emotionally challenging. So I'm going to take time and be very patient with me to tell you a little bit about the nature of the work that the TAKUMBENG relief team does. The process is a bit complicated, and I've explained this before. But I want to do that again today so that you have a good understanding of it. We provide support to teams, to people through networking, phone calls, ground volunteers who assist us, especially in high security cases and other efforts where people who are hiding in bushes and are not accessible to the usual forms of communication that we use. I hope that the information that I'm I'm giving you today can raise your confidence in the work of the TAKUMBENG relief effort and encourage you to continue donating so that we can continue to help more fallen heroes. And I also hope that this show, not just fallen heroes, the injured, as you can see, and I also hope that this show also serves to clear the air about other matters that have been going on these past days or weeks, or just general misunderstandings. One of the reasons we come to you and do a TV show is because we do not want the world to forget. Of course, the accountability issue is always at the forefront, but we do not want the world to forget what happened to our people. We are determined as TAKUMBENG Relief that the world will never forget. And so no matter our challenges and how busy our schedules are, we still make time to come and talk to you. Now, you do remember that we came out waving peace plans, but Paul Biya, the La Republique dictator, who is unlawfully occupying our land, gave orders through his mouthpiece, Issa Chiroma, to kill us like dogs and rats. And they're still killing us as we speak. Hundreds of our citizens were killed and hundreds more were maimed. Even as we speak, women are still being raped. Some are dying in childbirth. Men are running and hiding in bushes like animals. The La Republique forces are still breaking into people's houses, dragging them out and shooting them at point blank, surrounding whole cities like Jackery, and putting the people under a state of terror, killing some, arresting some, and taking others to unknown destinations. That's the reality in our motherland today. The number of people missing is yet to be determined. We have heard that corpses are still being found in bushes, where La Republique forces killed and tried to hide them. We've also heard about mass graves that have been discovered. The pogrom that's going on in our land cannot be described. It is beyond description. But we do our best to bring awareness to you all and to the world through these shows that we do. But part of our main role as a TAKUMBENG Relief is to provide relief. So who are we? TAKUMBENG Relief is a group of women who have decided to take on the role of a non-governmental humanitarian organization to provide relief in this time of trouble. We have taken on the role freely and willingly, just based on the reality that faced us, to provide humanitarian relief as a philanthropic group in this time of distress that faces our country. Now, you may be familiar with some non-governmental organizations. You're probably familiar with the Red Cross. It is a non-governmental humanitarian organization. You are probably familiar with Doctors Without Borders. You're probably familiar with CARE or World Vision. Now, this is how we work. TAKUMBENG Relief as a team does not belong to any organ, any specific organ in this struggle. And what do I mean by organs? You know the frontline movements. For example, there is CACOF, there is MORISC, there is AGC, there is LCNC, and there are many others. We do not belong to any of these movements. We are an independent group of women who came together. I gave you our numbers the last time I was here. About 10 of us. We had 3 men at the time. It's down to 2 men. We are independent. I need to emphasize this. Independent doesn't mean we do whatever. We are accountable to the work we do and to you, our donors. So the women come from all the frontline groups, and some of them belong to no group at all. They are apolitical. They just want to help alleviate the suffering and to bring some amount of social justice in this state of injustice that we are facing in our motherland. Some of them will never show their faces here. So even though we say we come as a collective, you'll probably be seeing the same people from time to time. And they have their reasons why. They just want to do the work of relief. They have heart for the struggle and for our citizens. And the work they do is not easy at all. But they have decided to do it, and we do it methodically, and we do it as thoroughly as possible so that we can keep good records. We primarily decided to make this work accountable and as transparent as possible, while safeguarding the security of victims. We have faced some pushback about this talk of transparency. What is all of this talk about transparency? But we made a promise to you, and we will keep that promise. Transparency and accountability is a good thing. And we are a budding nation trying to, give birth to something good. And it is only proper that we start practicing those good practices that we have learned from other nations in the world. And accountability and transparency with responsibility is a part of that. So despite the pushback, we are going to keep doing what we said we will do. We know that we also know that if you are confident that we are handling your donations responsibly, you will continue to give to this relief effort. And that is very much needed. We need your financial resources. And that's why we are taking time off to do this. And we're using the only means we know how to raise funds, accountability. So that's why we do what we do. Now, this distinction is very, very important. I understand that some of you may be a little bit confused because you know me as the chair of the defunct SCACUF Education Department. And of course, I've done a lot of TV shows talking about education. Eye on Education. I have come here to talk about the TAKUMBENG worldwide, the generic movement that brings all women together. And I've also talked to you here in the third show about the TAKUMBENG Relief, which is a specific department that does the work of relief. As I've said before, that should not be a conflict because we women, we wear many hats and we perform many roles. We are mothers. We are all TAKUMBENGs, young, old, whatever. We are sisters. We are wives. We are nurses. We are pharmacists. We are doctors. I'm a teacher. And as a teacher, when I go to the classroom to teach, I do not bring my kids along to prove to anybody that I'm also a mother. No. I put on my teacher hat and I perform my teacher role. And that's what I'm doing here today, performing my role as a member of the team of the TAKUMBENG Relief and explaining to you who we are. So please, do not confuse my role as a TAKUMBENG Relief team member and my role as a SCACUF chair of the education department. Please do not confuse that. For it is not, they don't really cross over that much. We are neither an organ of the defunct SCACUF nor of the new interim government that's being formed. And I hope that This really clarifies things. So therefore, if any of you wants to channel your money to SCACO, to assist victims on the ground or refugees all over the diaspora in Nigeria and other parts, by all means do so. Those are worthy efforts. They are worthy acts. You can send your assistance to HSS, which is the SCACO organ department that is primarily responsible for taking care of, social services. I don't know how you send that money. It used to be through SCAPAC. I do not know. Don't quote me on this. I don't know whether you can still send money to SCAPAC but I'm sure they'll inform you how you can do that. In addition to that, any group of women who bear the generic title of TAKUMBENG can come together in Europe, in Nigeria, in the US, in South Africa, anywhere. They can come together. We all call ourselves TAKUMBENG and collect gifts and whatever and help people on the ground. We have nothing against that. We are all doing it out of a place of compassion. We are of compassion. We are all working towards the same goals, alleviating the suffering of our people. TAKUMBENG relief is an international thing. One of my sisters right now is talking to you from the UK. It is a department that provides relief. That the main difference is that accountability is our hallmark. We pledged this to you when we started this work, and we shall keep our promise. We cannot go and, figure out how other people do their things or how they disburse the finances you give them or distribute the goods you give them. We have no control over that. We have control over only things that come to TAKUMBENG relief, and we send out our flyers that have how sources and means through which you can contribute to us. We give you regular updates on how much of your money we have received and how much we have spent. And I can say to you that every single penny that you have given to us has gone to relief work. Let me explain again, take time again to explain how we work. I've done this in previous shows, but I can see right now that maybe only about 50 people are watching out of a population of 8 million Southern Cameroonians and more sympathizers. So it is very obvious why there should be some confusions in the minds of people. I don't mind repeating it during the show because I'm a teacher. And as teachers, we say, repetition is good for the developing mind. And we are a developing country, so there is no harm in repeating ourselves. The TAKUMBENG relief team is a group of professionals. We have nurses, we have psychologists, we have people who are specialists in special education, but who have come together as a team. And the work we do is so methodical that it's not a question of just, here is money, go help yourself. We are in the work of a recovery process after having gone through a very traumatic experience and still going through in the history of our nation. So in talking to victims, the relief team indicates a lot of awareness and understanding of their plight. We let them speak for themselves. Several phone calls with patients. When the victims are done sharing their plight, we start engaging the victims and providing comfort and hope to them. So there is a little bit of training that goes on. When we first call, we do not exactly know what each victim is going through. We don't sometimes know whether the victim is just wounded or is already dead, and we are talking to a family member. We do not judge them. We listen a lot, and we try to determine the nature of the victim we are talking to, whether it's a family member or it's a wounded himself or herself. We give them moral courage, and we try to help them dream of a better future during this recovery process. So it's kind of providing comfort to hopeless victims, as well as financial support to give them a means to come out of their hopelessness. We follow up with calls even after victims have been buried to find out how things go. And so this tells you that the process that we do is very thorough. So if you say, for the past six weeks, we've done 77 interventions, you can see how detailed the process is and how the checks and balances all have to come in place for us to make sure that what we are doing is going to the right person who needs it. Dedication and hard work is what binds us together. Our team is currently made up of 8 women. I told you before. We liaise with other organizations, and several times women have contacted me and said they want to join the team. We have a small WhatsApp group where we work. It's our office. And when a woman contacts me and says they want to join the team, I typically ask, what's your professional background? And when they give me their professional background, I talk a little bit to them about the nature of the intensity of the work. And if they say they can do it, I add you to the team. But here is the fact of the matter. Many of the people, women, a handful of women have thought that they could do this relief work. But when I added them to the team, they saw the intensity of the work, and they told me again that they couldn't do it. So I take you out because it's a sacred space. There's a lot of private information that's in our space, okay? So this is not an easy task. Our approach is holistic. We must understand that many of our victims are severely traumatized, and the psychological scars that they have and they carry may even last longer than their physical injuries. So even when we have assisted a victim and they are out of the hospital, we still follow up and find out how they are adjusting to life. So we may call them survivors, like the wounded, but we know that the scars will last with them a lifetime. Unfortunately, again, our country, as we know it now, does not have those institutions to help patients of trauma. And so that's the work that the relief team does. It's detailed. It's highly professional. It's thorough. It may appear to some people as if it's slow, but it is very effective, and it is based on long-term goals. And what does our effectiveness depend on? Our effectiveness, efficiency, and our engagement depends a lot on good planning, organizational skills, and managing responsibilities in a way that it establishes smooth transactions of things both at the moral, emotional, psychological, and financial spheres. I, for one, sitting here today talking to you, I do not place phone calls. That's a decision that the women decided from the get-go, the team. They decided that I should not place phone calls. I do not send money to victims either. But I work a lot. I work 7 days a week, 24/7, coordinating all of the activities of the banker, the media people, the callers, the money senders, the people who are talking to foot soldiers. That's my role. I'm always coordinating. So in a day, I am contacting ladies individually. and I'm interacting in the space 24/7 with lots of feedback and, you know, coordinating. Okay, you have finished your call. It's now for this person to pick it up. This person has picked it up and verified. It's now for the person to send the money. When the money has been sent, another lady calls to verify if the other family member that was also a second person on the verification team can confirm that the money was picked up and used for that purpose. This is what we do. It's a very intense network of organization. And that's the reason why even when sometimes we have brought women and put them in our space, they are physically just checked out and said, I can't do it. I can't manage this and do my work and take care of my family. And so I need you to appreciate the intensity of the work and the dedication and the devotion of the work that this relief team does. It's not easy task, but we do it from a place of love. It's a labor of love. We have established a very healthy work environment because we know that we need to support ourselves morally and emotionally too, in order to be able to do this kind of work that has no remuneration. The ladies encourage each other a lot. We are careful to use great interpersonal skills within ourselves and our victims. We praise each other. We give ourselves, you know, names that will help us. Rock star, you know, superwoman. Thank you so much. We pray a lot. When victims cry, we cry with the victims. The caller will cry with the victim and try to be strong. And then when they come back and cry at our space, we give them a shoulder to cry on. Now, many of our victims cannot advocate for themselves, and you can understand that's the reason why we have to be strong for them. And truly, honestly, this is the most amazing group of people I've ever worked with, both professionally and in my personal life. And I'm not exaggerating. I am so proud of the TAKUMBENG relief team. I used to think that the education department that I chair was the most hard-working department, and yes, it is. But the TAKUMBENG relief team is a hard-working department and a healthy, joyous place to work with, not because the work we do is joyful, but because the people we work with are positive, they are true, they are steady, they do it from a place of dedication and love and nothing else. And we will keep going on and on and on doing this work with your help and your financial support. We want you to rest assured that we are not just distributing money that you contribute. Through TAKUMBENG Relief, we are offering the gift of hope to our people for a better future. And so again, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. For through your generous donations, the TAKUMBENG Relief team is helping not just individuals, but the community as a whole. We are doing it in peace and solidarity. The last time I came here, I told you that we had logos. Our hearts are united. We have one mission, one goal. And every day we say hearts together, united for one another. We love each other to death. Please consult our flyers for how you can continue to donate to the TAKUMBENG relief effort, so that we can continue to provide both help and hope to our people. We want you to spread the word, to tell your colleagues. When we send out our flyers, please share it with everybody you know, not just Southern Cameroonians or Ambazonians. Many of our donors come from a wide variety of walks of life and nationalities that I cannot disclose here. Some have simply said, we don't want your identity to be disclosed, their identity to be disclosed, and we do respect that. So our flyers are detailed. We have various means through which you can contribute to us. And so I'm going to leave it at that and say again, thank you so very much. And I hope that I have cleared the air about who TAKUMBENG Relief is. It's a group of women philanthropists, humanitarian organization similar to the Red Cross, to CARE, to Doctors Without Borders, not under the auspices of any frontline movement, independent, but not independence does not mean that unaccountable, fully 100% accountable to our donors. Thank you very much, and I hope that after this clarification, you are going to send us more aid, financial aid, so that we continue to do the good work that we have started. Thank you. Over to you, TAKUMBENG Vivian. I hope that you can give some testimonies of some of the work that we have done and some reports from the horse's own mouth. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody who has
TAKUMBENG Vivian, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I think we are having a few technical problems. So we didn't have somebody who was going to anchor the show. So we are just trying to do it by ourselves right now. One of my sisters, the two other sisters that are here, we have to keep coming as a collective, are going to give you some details about, you know, the nature of the interventions that we have done and some first-hand information about those who have received it from us. Thank you very much, TAKUMBENG. Vivian, over to you.
And let me take the opportunity to thank everybody who have patiently listened to your clarification and, you know, just listen to you talk. There is not much we can add, but I can summarize what TAKUMBENG, Professor Lees was saying is that TAKUMBENG Relief or TAKUMBENG Relief Fund is a unique group of women. We don't need to go back to that. There is a reason why she took the pain to clarify that. And let me insist and just stress on the fact that if you want accountability, transparency, and reliability, and if you want that to come from the TAKUMBENG Relief or the TAKUMBENG Relief Fund, please, before you put your money somewhere, before you contribute to us, please check our Facebook page or check Amber Flashpoint Facebook page. If we are putting out a flyer in support of something or an event or something, it's going to be on our Facebook page, it's going to be on Amber Flashpoint. We don't want to be caught in the web. We don't want to find ourselves in a situation where we cannot account for your hard-earned donation. Our goal, we believe in giving you accountability because you make the work that we do happen. So basically, briefly, that is why Professor Lees took the time to explain to you who TAKUMBENG Relief or TAKUMBENG Relief Fund is. So always, if you see a video out talking about TAKUMBENG Relief, or you see a flyer out there talking about TAKUMBENG Relief or TAKUMBENG Relief Fund, please take the time to check our Facebook page or check Amber Flashpoint. If you see that flyer or that video running on there, you know that it's coming from TAKUMBENG Relief. If you don't see it out there, it means it is not coming from us. And if you put your money or support or something out there, we will not be accountable for that, but we will appreciate you for supporting. We are not stopping anybody from supporting, but we just want to be accountable for what we do. So thank you very much for that. Well, to continue, and I'm going to try to be very brief. We cannot continue with this show without acknowledging or sympathizing or making reference to what happened to us yesterday. The death of one of our sisters, Faye Boma, and we know how it all happened. She died leaving twin babies behind. Our heart goes out to the family. We are still trying to know the details of what happened, but as mothers, we want to say it here, that everybody needs to pray Let's stay focused. Let's pray, and we find out what happened. A life is lost. That is one more Cameroonian added to the hundreds gone. We will keep praying. We will keep focusing and try to find out what indeed happened. And, you know, as mothers, as Southern Cameroonians, we will figure out what to do. So please, I urge everyone to keep praying for the family. We have 2 children in the hospital. Our hearts bleed. But again, we shall overcome. So anyways, let me go straight to what is happening. Like Dr. Lee said, as tedious as our work is, sometimes we cry, sometimes we feel like we are broken, we can't do it. But for some reason, God keeps giving us the strength and we keep doing it. We have seen it all. I guess in this struggle, if there are a group of people who have seen it, we have seen it all. Unfortunately, some of the videos we cannot put out for you to watch due to security reasons, but we have seen all kinds of wounds. We have seen wounds that have been infected, bones have been infected. We have seen heroes in the bushes, in the forest, families who cannot afford to go to the hospital, and their wounds are just, it is just heartbreaking. We have to absolutely continue to pray for these families. We have to continue to pray for these heroes. We are going to have a generation that is totally handicapped if we don't continue to dig deep in our wallets. God has blessed us with this wallet, so let us try to bless someone else. We recognize and we know that it is not always easy, but we can forgo. I always say we can forgo a snack, we can forgo lunch, and save a life. So please, let's keep doing it. And I bring messages of thank you from the families of the fallen heroes and those that are injured. They cannot stop appreciating your help. Sometimes I want to tell them, no, it is not TAKUMBENG, women of TAKUMBENG. We're just a bridge between you and the people that are actually helping. So these victims, they send you their love. They are grateful and they appreciate what you're doing. So let us continue to be there for them. Let us continue to help, because they are dying and suffering from infected wounds. Blood has been, this is what you see on the screen. It's just a teeny little bit of what is going on. It is just a teeny little bit of what is going on, and I swear to God, I am not exaggerating. So together, keep them in your prayers. Together, let us make sure that their suffering and their pain doesn't go in vain. Together, let us make sure that we stand in honesty, truth, and in love with them. Their suffering and pain is our suffering and it is our pain. Like Dr. Lee's reported, we've aided about 77 people. For those who are wounded, as you can see from the wounds, the initial help is not enough. We are just trying to go through what we call a round one, and you can tell that what we sent out is not enough. We will have to do a round two. So we urge you, we are pleading that please do not forget about them. Let us not get distracted. It is true we are in a war for independence of Southern Cameroon and Bazonia, but it is our responsibility to keep taking care of our heroes, because we need to get them up and about and ready to continue this fight. So it is our duty, it is our responsibility, it is up to us, especially those of us who are in the diaspora and are not there on the ground to fight. So please keep on helping. That is the most I can say. Just keep doing what you can do. Like our brother, one of our brothers said in one of his videos, Mac, he said, do whatever you can do to make this thing happen. Just do something. The bottom line is don't sit still. Do something. If you cannot fight, help those who are fighting. If you cannot, if you cannot, if you cannot help those who are fighting by contributing, make a phone call and encourage them. But we promise you, as the TAKUMBENG women, that we are going to continue to do this work. Sometimes it is not easy. Sometimes you feel like giving up. But with your encouragement and the support that we've gotten from the public, we can promise you that we are going to stay strong. We are going to stay strong despite the pushback, because we know these things happen in a revolution. But as mothers, as fellow citizens of Ambazonia, we are going to hang in here and we are going to keep pushing, and we will make sure that the blood of our fallen heroes don't go in vain. And I don't have much to say today, but we want you to know that it has been a journey. It has been we have learned a lesson, and we want everybody to get to the place where you realize that this struggle is not a joke. We want you to understand that this is the time for everybody to buckle up and find something to do. We are at a crossroads. It's like you are in the middle of the sea, and there is a crocodile in front of you and another crocodile behind you. And you have to decide what to do. Do you take a chance to go forward, or you want to go back? Either way, you are in the middle of danger. So it is time for us to buckle up and just keep moving, making sure, for one reason, if there is one reason you have to move forward, if not for you, say that I'm moving forward because people have died fighting for my freedom. So you need to move forward. Let us together every day. I have a few testimonies, messages of thank you that was sent by the victims that we've aided with your hard-earned money, but I'm going to let my sister Comfort read that out. I just want to reach out and to let you know that the money, the donations that you sent out to us, the coffers are almost empty. We urge you to continue to contribute. We urge you to continue to help. Your people need you, your country needs you, and we need you to do the work that we have to do to free Southern Cameroon. So thank you very much, everybody, and I'll hand over the mic to TAKUMBENG Comfort.
Okay, thank you very much, Vivian. Thank you, Prof. Thank you, fellow Amazonians watching us right now. Just like my fellow sisters have said before, there is just too much to do about our people back on the ground. There's something I would like you to know, that these people, we see them with the wounds, with the injuries. They actually undergo more psychological torture than the physical ones we see, like these wounds. They are seriously, they are badly traumatized, to the extent that at times I even get contaminated. I get traumatized at times too when I really talk to them and listen to certain things they are going through. But one thing keeps me going. Spiritually, I would say I shall do all things through Christ who strengtheneth me. I do pray for myself and for them that I can't give up when they are going through this. One other thing keeps me going. Words of one of the wives of our fallen hero who wrote to me and said, "Sister, before my husband died, the last thing he said to me about this struggle was, I better die fighting than live and do nothing." And a few days after, he died. And you know what this woman said to me, the widow? She said, "And I am going to continue from where he stopped." This is a widow. She just lost her husband to this struggle. She's actually out there, and she is not afraid. She's got this courage. This is what keeps me going. I say she is there in spite of losing her husband. Not just her, many, if not all of them that you call, because they call us these sweet names like mommy, big sis, mama. You know what? We cannot give up. we are not giving up because we are gone. So they are the ones who actually give me the pat on my back to move on. They give me every reason to fight on. These people are going through hell. You just want to talk to them in order to know exactly what is happening. Most of them, if not all, who received bullets and are still alive, they escaped to wherever they went to with these bullets in their bodies, in their wounds, inside their bones. Most of them, they have been taken care of in the hospital, thank God, either through us or through some other means. Some of them, sadly enough, they escaped into the hinterlands where the bullets had to be extracted by traditional doctors. They've got no expertise. They've got nothing about anatomy of the body or whatever, how to get it in and out, infection control and all of those things, they are absent. So these ones are even more vulnerable than those who are lying in the hospital, even though all of them are in pain. So pain is of different magnitudes. Some of them have just totally become very aggressive and unaccessible. They are going through much, but they don't give room because what they have experienced, they are not sure who you are. They don't even believe that you want to help. Maybe you want to betray them again. So they are actually going through. Please, we need to think about them. We need to pray about them. We need to pray for them. Just get a means, just like sisters have said it before. We've got a lot to do. There is just no reason for us to sleep. There is just no reason. I do pray each time I'm going to bed. I say, Father, help me to sleep through. Because any moment I wake up from sleep at night, I don't sleep. I don't think about my kids these days. What I think about is home. I think I've got a picture in my mind. I've painted a picture in my mind of those villages down there. You are speaking to them. They talk to you, and all of a sudden they say, Mommy, I talk so. Who's even there? Man, run, go hide. They are not even sure where they are standing. They are facing just a lot. It is too much. I mean, they've got a lot on their plate to bite on. You can always be of help. We'll only say we are through when all of them are on their feet again, as long as they are still breathing. They are going through physical pain, psychological pain. They are separated from their families. Some don't know where their children are. We call, at times we call and then call some family members, not even like we don't trust them, but because the way they talk, we discover that they are not really well. Something is going on in their mind. They are really they're traumatized. We just call family members to be reassured that he is the one, that he is going through this, that he needs this help in order to reach them. Notwithstanding, they are very, very grateful. They are so friendly. They do appreciate every bit of thing we offer them. They write us messages. At times they write, and they write even after a few days or few weeks later, they just write and say, hi, how are you doing? Once again, extend my greetings to the mommies. They call us mommies. Oh my God, it touches my heart. It touches my heart. Apart from that, one other thing that keeps me going, our hearts together for our heroes and for motherland that we have in TRF, Takumbeng Relief. Our acronym is TRF. Like Professor Lee said before, like Sister Vivian said before, we are Takumbeng Relief, and we have got this acronym. If you see TRF, that is referring to us. The only thing that we collect is money. We don't collect material. So there is no Takumbeng Relief collecting anything apart from money, because what we give to our victims is nothing but money. So we need it. Just like sisters have said before, this is actually a holistic struggle. We are fighting to carry on a kind of holistic restoration and reparation of our new land. If it is holistic, then it takes everybody. It takes everything. It takes every situation. It takes every condition. It takes every dime. It takes your comfort. It takes everything to make it holistic. It takes everybody until everybody is involved and everything is done, both physically and spiritually, psychologically, mentally. Then we are doing it. It's not yet complete. So you just want to join in and do something. There is just a lot to do. Don't say that you don't have anything to do, because these people are needy. Pray for them. There is much. I will say it again. You can even ask, because at least you know some of us. You know Momsi V. Some of us are regular on Facebook. Still ask again to be sure. Visit our website, the TAKUMBENG relief website. Visit Amber Flashpoint. Somebody will tell you the right thing to do. Our people need us. If they can face it while right in front of it, and they still say they are up to doing it, and they are ready to march on, what about you and I? I'm sitting now here because I had this time, but they don't even have anything like spare time or which kind of time, because all they have around them is either fear, hunger, death, sickness, pain. Let's join in. Let us just join in. This one is an appeal to a TAKUMBENG brother or sister, to a Southern Cameroonian or a non-Southern Cameroonian, black, white, colored. We need help. Our brothers need help. Right now that we are talking, they are still dying. They are still in need. Like we have seen, like sisters have said it before, the age that we give, they are just the initial help. They're just the preliminaries. There are some that you see for yourself that 50,000 francs CFA cannot provide anything. So we have to give and then give again and then give again. We have to do a lot of follow-up. You may just join, dedicate yourself to help do the follow-up. There is just much to do. Our people do need us. They need us. We are the ones to give them reason to keep fighting on. They are so focused. In pain, they are only looking at Boya. They don't even think like they want to switch anywhere. They want to branch. They don't want to get distracted. You and I, what is disturbing us? When we've got the time, when we've got the security, when we've got every reason, when we've got the resources, let's put hands together. Join the TAKUMBENG relief. Put hearts together for motherland, for our heroes. And why not? We are mothers. Hearts united for one another, like my sister is saying. We are mothers, and when we plant it, we see it grow. We do see it grow from the appreciations that come from them, from the smiles that we put on their lips and on their faces. They do smile even in pain. They call you mommy and they feel good. Why not be part of it? Don't you just want to tell this story? Don't you just want to identify? I do tell them, I know that day in Boya, I am going to get you. I'm going to give you a hug to say congratulations, you fought a good fight. You and I are we are the ones to enjoy the independence. They are rendering themselves dependent so that you and I will be independent. Let's make sense out of this. The person who has been maimed is permanently incapacitated till death, till he dies. But I have all of my limbs. I will repeat this again. So the person to enjoy this independence is you, it's me, because we have our whole body. These people are going to be totally dependent for the rest of their lives. What a sacrifice. What a love. What courage. You know, how much the Bible is asking, or the Bible tells you that the only love that somebody can show is to lay down his own life so that you can have freedom. How much else do we want from them? They have died. They have rendered themselves incapacitated for you and I. Please, let's join hands together. The name of it now is money. The honest truth. We need money. Because even right now that we are talking, we know, you and I know, they are still being shot. They are still being killed. They are still being abducted. They are still being tortured. Much is going on. It takes you, it takes me. It takes any other group. It just takes sacrifice. It takes the interest. It takes love for motherland. It takes love for brother and sister. It takes reasoning. It is even logic, because I have to do it because they are going into this for me, because of me, you know. It's not even for them again, because what are they going to enjoy without limbs? A young boy without limbs, it's equal to nothing. They will never smile like this from molar to molar like you and I, because like, oh my God, I don't look good anymore. Please, let's stand up and do something. Overemphasis, well, it's not worth it, but at times we do need it. We just count on your maximum collaboration we trust in you that together we are going to build and restore our holistic nation. It's going to be a powerful celebration. Thank you, sisters. Over to you, Mama Liz. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sister Comfort. Thank you. I'm going to round up the show by addressing a few of the issues that we have faced as a relief group. I think I did that in the first part. But one of the questions that people have asked us is, doubts that people have is whether we have enough spread all across the motherland. And our answer to that is an emphatic yes. Yes, indeed. TAKUMBENG, the concept originated from the Northwest province, but the relief that we give is to everybody in the motherland. It is not limited to the Northwest province only, please. So in order to dispel those doubts of some people, I don't know whether it's because genuinely they are worried or just detractors, but it's always good to give people the benefit of the doubt and give them information. So our banker just sent me information right now. And you remember the number of 77 that we put here at the beginning of the show? That number has jumped up to 79 helped right now, because as we are speaking here, the women are still working in the background. And so I just noticed that it was 25 dead, 57. That's what the banker has shown me in terms of wounded. So do the addition. But what I really want to do now is to show you that we have an even spread in the work that we do. We give the people assistance as needs be, and we have tried as much as possible to penetrate even the most remote areas in the motherland, where we have to send people to walk on foot for days and where we have to use other resources. So these are the details of the location so far from October 1st, when we, October 10th, when we originally started this work. We have provided assistance in the various locations: Victoria, Ekiliwindi, Boya, Kumba, Ekiliwindi, Ndop, Malfay, Bafoot, Tombell, Mutengene, Ekiliwindi, Bamenda, Kumba, Batibo, Kumba, Tombell, Bafoot, Boya, Boya, Ndop, Lebialem, Tombell, Ndu, Bamenda, Santa, Kumba, Ekiliwindi again, Mutengene, Bamenda, Eyumojok, Bamenda, Batibo, Bamenda, Boya, Batibo, Mutengene, Bamenda, Boya, Batibo again, Manfe, Bamenda, Batibo, Manfe again, Kembong, Manfe, Boya, Bamenda, Boya. These are probably the guys who defied the La Republique forces and decided that we're going to hoist that flag in the in our state house. So we have Boya, Manfe, Acquire. We discovered a cache of people in Acquire who were unable to go to the hospital, and they started working with native doctors because they didn't have money, and their wounds got infected, and it was just a terrible situation. Today we sent money for wounds that were infected, and tomorrow we had to send money for burial because some of them they fell anyway. Acquire, Batibo. Now I see the runner on the screen, and some people are asking, how do we donate? Now we have 4 ways of donation. We have a GoFundMe, we have a website, Facebook page, TAKUMBENG Relief. We have a GoFundMe, we have a PayPal account, and we also have Cash App. I'm going to read that information here to you people very slowly. I hope that, yes, they are running some of it on the screen right now, but let me just read it again for those of you who have been questioning how you can donate. www.gofundme.com/takumbengs. Cash App, https cash.me $takumbeng relief. PayPal, paypal.me/takumbeng relief or takumbeng@gmail.com. We also use Google Wallet in the following: takumbeng@gmail.com. And then you can visit us and like us on Facebook and find out information about us, as you've been told by my sister Vivian, on www.facebook.com and put in the Takumbeng sign. Now, I hope that helps. We try to make this show as short as possible so that people who are not able to sit and watch or who want to watch later on can still have time to go through the entire show. And we've given you a lot of information. But I wanted to end up with an encouragement to us women. We have a lot of potential. We can garner ourselves and our potentials and make a big impact on our struggle. When we decided to come up with the Takumbeng Unleashed idea, it gave the movement a new impetus because women came from all over the world. When we came up again now with a department known as Takumbeng Relief, the idea is that power, that potential that we have as women can be used in so many different ways. And we are doing it. And we thank you for your response because you have trust in us. And this is not just something I'm saying as a woman. It is something that we all know. And as I'm sitting here, somebody just sent me a message by WhatsApp and asked me to read it to you, to everybody on this show. And I'm going to do that because I don't really know when the next show will be. And I want to thank you people so much. My job here is to encourage women that we have power. Let's not squander our power in getting involved in little squabbles, in trying to drag each other down, in backstabbing, in just being cheerleaders and hand clappers for men. We can do a lot of things that men can do too. And that's why we do an exclusive Takumbeng thing. So let me read this. This is a positive encouragement to you, women. We have so much we can offer. Please, dig deeper into that positive power that the good Lord has given to you and use it to improve the world rather than destroying each other and destroying things that lie within your path. Think about it. This is from something that somebody just sent to me and said I should read it. We have to stand together. Thank you very much. This is one of the best posts I've ever read about women. And this is it. Woman, please bear with me. I'm going to read it right to the very end and to inspire you. When God created woman, he was working late on the 6th day. An angel came by and asked, "Why spend so much time on her?" The Lord answered, Have you seen all the specifications I have to meet to shape her? She must function on all kinds of situations. She must be able to embrace several kids at the same time. Have a hug that can heal anything from a bruised knee to a broken heart. She must do all this with only 2 hands. She cures herself when she's sick and can work 18 hours a day. The angel was impressed. Just 2 hands? Impossible. And is this the standard model for woman? The angel asked the Lord. The angel came closer and touched the woman. But you have made her so soft, Lord. She is soft, said the Lord, but I have made her strong. You can't imagine what she can endure and overcome. Can she think? The angel asked the Lord. The Lord answered, not only can she think, she can reason and negotiate. The angel touched her cheek. Lord, it seems this creation is leaking. You've put too many burdens on her. Oh no, she's not leaking. It is a tear, the Lord corrected the angel. What is it for? Asked the angel. The Lord said, tears are her way of expressing her grief, her doubt, her love, her loneliness, her suffering, and her pride. This made a big impression on the angel. Oh Lord, you are a genius. You thought of everything when creating this woman. A woman is indeed marvelous. And the Lord said, indeed she is. She has strength that amazes a man. She can handle trouble and carry heavy burdens. She holds happiness, love, and opinions and balances all of them equally. She smiles sometimes when she feels like screaming. She sings when she feels like crying, cries when happy, and laughs even when she's afraid sometimes. She fights for what she believes in. I can identify with that. I will fight until death for what I believe in. Her love is unconditional. Her heart is broken when a next of kin or a friend dies or suffers, but she finds strength to get on with life and to help. The angel asked, so she is a perfect being? The Lord replied, no, she's not perfect. She has just one drawback. She often forgets what she is worth. So, here is the thing. We respect all women. We know that as Ambazonian women, we have so much to offer. My exhortation to every woman and every place where I have been is dig deep into yourself. Find that power in you that the Lord has put on us, in us women, and bring it out to foster the movement. Bring it out to help people grow. Bring it out to support each other, to help us grow and our nation grow. We are the mother of the nation. We are the origin of creation. And therefore, being a woman is priceless. This is what I want to leave all my sister citizens with. Being a woman is priceless. Do not tarnish that image in the mud by trying to drag others down, backstabbing, gossiping, trying to rubbish the hard work that other people are doing. We all in this together. Together, we are stronger and better. Let us stop the divisions and stop all of the factions. I am this, I am Skakov, I am Morris, I am SCNC. At the end of the day, we are all Southern Cameroonians. That is the bottom line. When Paul Biya is killing us, he's not killing us because we are SCNC or any other thing. He's killing us because we are Ambazonians, period. So we cannot choose to be blind to all the good work that other people are doing for this common purpose, to get our freedom and liberation, just because we want to ascribe to one thing, and therefore we think that in order to show that we are, staunch supporters of that one thing, we must kill this other thing. Takumbengs are a universal group of Cameroonian women, Southern Cameroonian and Ambazonian women together. Takumbeng Relief is a small department in that cut off from the Takumbeng worldwide movement, who do this work based on their professional abilities. And together, let's support each other. Hearts together. When mothers plant it, it will grow. So I want to thank you so very much. And I want to continue to urge our women, leave behind all those things that hold us back. Garner those good qualities that can build us and make us stronger, and let us together go get our country back. We are all here fighting for one thing: freedom, a free Ambazonia, a just society where social justice and freedom and independence will be, the hallmark of the nation that we are fighting for. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. We want to continue to urge you to give to us so that your money will help people and our hearts will reach out to people and make them understand that even though they are over there and we are over here, we are all joined together as one. For united we stand and divided we fail. Thank you so much. Say thank you, sis, and let's go. The rest of the students, goodbye. You want to say thank you, Sister Comfort? And let's end the show.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody. If I'm on live, just to say thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you, and we will just keep coming back to say thank you, and we'll keep asking for more because the suffering is real and it is not stopping. It has not stopped. It's going on, and so we are going to keep coming back to you to say, please help do something, help relieve the pain, help bury a fallen soldier, and all of that. So please keep working hard. God has given you the strength. God has given you the job for a purpose. We are all out of that country for a reason. So please keep on working. Keep on doing what you're doing. Remember, we have a common goal to free Southern Cameroon. And if our hearts are truly united like Professor Lee just said, especially the women, I like to draw and make reference to the women. If we come together as women, strong and powerful, we will change the world. We will not just change Southern Cameroon, we will change the world. I hope and I know that we will find that place in our heart. We are right there, but we just need to bring it together and build that very strong bond. It doesn't matter who you are, like she said, whether you're a Catholic, Baptist, Presbyterian, Jehovah's Witness, Maurice, SCYL, CWF, CYF, CMA, ORC, or whatever, we have one common enemy. That is La Republique. Sisters, fellow Southern Cameroonians, let us come together and get this job done. Together, it's going to take less than 1/10 of the time and suffering for us to free our nation. So that is a little I can say. And thank you all so much. Keep sharing, keep asking your friends to donate, and let's together do what we can do and free our country. Thank you and good night.
You be got. small something we talk, because of small cry when we cry, because of small cry we ask, not tell me. Because of small something we talk, because of small cry when we cry, because of small request we make, not tell me. Yes, yes, yes. Salut Cameroon, Papa Mende, Papa people, school in no day, road in no day, Wasapito in no day, my people they cry, school in no day, road in no day, Wasapito don't hear, my people they cry. Tell me what's up, what are they saying we not police? Tell me what's up, what are they saying we not Shandake? Tell me what's up, what are they doing we not take us? If it's someone picking up water, then before the sugar we go. Okay, good. Are you Babella? Are you Babella? Yeah. I've been a president, today I'm there for Paris. I've been a president, today I'm there for London. I've been a president, today I'm there for Swiss. And they work at the job money, where my people there for house. They know the rules, they know the water for them. Two things, independence or federation. Now we choose. We can make our choice system around. Ambassador, Babella, ayo Babella. Una cosa, ayo oh. Come on, let's do it now. Babella, let me tell you something about this music, mama. All the woman waiting for me to grow and make me a man. Thank you, for the love you showed me. Without you, Papa Medai, I don't believe existing. Thank you, Papa Medai. Thank you, my family. God bless you, Papa Medai. For the success for your children, I am proud of you. You are rich. I am proud of you. You are strong. You beat the whole Jamaica like Africa in the one day. Papa Medai. Papa Medai. Some people say you too small to change the country. Others say you're not big good for making smart. Like just a name in this country, people them they shield back. The way we are picking them, they also people them they want that. Thank you, Papa Medai. Thank you, my family. God bless you, Mama Medai. For the success for your children, I am proud of you. You are rich. I am proud of you. You are strong. You beat the whole Jamaica like Africa in the one place. Papa Medai. Papa Medai. My brothers and sisters all over the world. Whatever you do, always think about your home. It's a place where you will come back someday. There's beauty in love, baby. There's beauty in love. Thank you, Papa Medai. Thank you, my family. God bless you, Mama Medai. For the success for your children, I am proud of you. You are rich. I am proud of you. You are strong. You beat the whole Jamaica like Africa in the one place. Papa Medai. Papa Medai.
Hallelujah. The Lord is good. I
give him the praise. It's a man de Maria Jay. It's a man de Maria Jay. And the peace of Maria Jay. And the make of Maria Jay. Maria Jay. But I never man. But I never man. But I never mind. But I never mind. And they make come at the aja. And they do so at the aja. It's a man them at the aja. And I say at the aja. And the aja. Oh, but I never mind. But I never mind. But I never mind. But I never mind. So what they are down, it's a man them are the oh, and them better are the oh, and the but I never mind, but I never mind, but I never mind, but I never mind. And they make come at the aja, and the peace over the aja, it's a man them at the aja, oh, what I never mind, what I never mind, what I never mind, and they make come at the aja, and them better at the aja, and the peace over the aja, it's a yes, at the aja, oh, at the aja, what I never mind, what I never mind, oh, what I never mind, what I never mind, at the aja. I talk and say no go in, what I never mind. Living a man will look on. I talk and say no go in, what I never mind. Uncle Richard, I talk and say no go in, what I never mind. Uncle Richard, I talk and say no go in, what I never mind. Papa Joseph, I talk and say no go in, what I never mind. And there's no sense, I talk and say no go in, what I never mind. Brother, I get practice, I talk and say no go in, what I never mind. I never to die, I talk and say no go in, what I never mind. I never my face, 7 times and no go in, what I never